So, now you have your own crib, or you are a teenager living at home, living independently and learning to pay your own way. You are in charge, living large. To keep that rental, you might have to change your behavior, alter your communication style, and put your family and friends in check. Whether you live in public housing or a private market rental, you can avoid a 30-day notice to move out or prevent an eviction. Follow these simple steps to keep living large. How to keep that rental. If you are living in public housing or a private market rental, a lease or rental agreement establishes the rights and responsibilities of a tenant and a landlord. If you do not follow the terms and conditions of a lease or a rental agreement, you could be forced to move.
Whenever you apply with the Housing Authority for an apartment and they give it to you at the Columbia Villa or the Tamarack, we residents show that apartment to you. And we tell you the ins and outs out there, what's going on, what activities are available to your children, from tiny babies to activities for adults. And we also are very strong letting you know we do not tolerate domestic violence, we do not tolerate alcoholism, we do not tolerate drugs. And we know that the Housing Authority has told you this, but they're only there from 8 to 5. I'm your neighbor, I'm watching it, and I'll turn you in.
I've got somebody that has 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 visitors an hour. Again, I've got the car doors slamming, going in and out, short stays, horns honking, and young folks talking in loud voices all around here. Now, for the stranger, this is confusing, but from each, it's annoying to the neighbors.
The top 2 reasons for evictions or a 30-day notice to move out is failure to pay your rent every month on time and a noisy lifestyle.
Amy, what do you think you're doing? You're supposed to be in school. I think your friends need to leave. You're going to get me evicted. The neighbors are complaining about the noise. What do you mean? So do you want to be homeless? Well, that's exactly where. Hang up that phone. Amy, hang up the phone and listen to me. Yes, and your friends need to leave. So you need to leave. Because you're going to get me thrown out of here. What about me and Brad? I don't think so. Yeah. You're here with them. I don't think so. You need to leave. Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, you're going to get me thrown out of here. Amy. All right. Hey. Amy.
I think sometimes that teenagers don't know what a tenant's rights and responsibilities are, and they don't know what the law is about being a tenant, but having too much company is actually something that a landlord can ask you to move out for, especially if there's a lot of coming and going. If there's any disputes, altercations, if the police are called, those are things that landlord can ask you to vacate the property for. For teen parents, it's very important to understand that if you have too much company, it draws the attention of the neighbors, the landlords. They might call the police. You want to respect the quiet laws in Portland from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. No noise should be heard outside of your building.
Hold on, just a minute. I'm sorry. Y'all family and all, but you guys have to take this in the house. I'm on public housing and I cannot have this. I'm responsible for your behavior. They already think this is a dope house, you know. Please don't make this no scene. Don't make this no scene.
The other top reason is non-payment of rent. No matter what holiday, birthday, Rose Festival, or any other reason, pay your rent every month on time.
Non-payment of rent is the #1 reason for eviction. And that happens time and time again. And another concern that we have with housing, working closely with housing, is that when you establish that pattern, and each month there's a crisis and there's a situation, and we have referred you to YWCA, We have referred you to AMA. We referred you to energy assistance. But when there's that chronic pattern, you can be evicted for non-payment of rent. Some folks say, well, I always get it in, but that's past the deadline. And what I think housing is working really hard is to show folks this is a business. And we have an expectation, you have a deadline, and they're really working to support that. But that is the #1 reason for eviction, non-payment of rent.
Happy birthday! Woo! Happy birthday! 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 Yes!
Where you get the money for this party? This look kind of expensive. I spent my rent money on my baby's party. Your rent money? I can't believe you spent your rent money on this party. You are out of your mind. You are so out of your mind. Girl, you know you need that money for more expensive things than this little stuff up in here, all this expensive stuff. What that little boy need all this stuff for? All he gonna do is grow out of it and break it up anyway. Your rent money.
You need to pay your rent. You really got to pay your rent. I mean, birthdays, he's not going to remember this. And you could have just got him like one nice present and that's it. He don't know how much you can afford. He's a little kid anyway. You got to pay your rent. You just got to.
The only people authorized to stay in your rental are those names listed on your lease or rental agreement. You could lose your home if you do not put your boyfriend or your family member who moves in with you name on your lease or rental agreement.
All right, I'll put my name on the lease, and I'll pay the half of the rent and pay the cable bill and help you around the house, whatever you need to do.
Okay. You come back.
You are responsible for your company's behavior outside and inside your rental.
Man, what y'all doing in front of my house? When my manager sees this, get this stuff off my porch. What y'all thinking, man, when my manager walks by or something? Y'all can't be doing this at my house, man. Man, ruining the fun, nothing, man. I don't want to get kicked out of my house. Where am I going to live with you, with your mama? I don't think so, man. That's my mom's house. You can't be doing that when my manager walks by. Man, you guys can't be doing that. I don't care. You can't be doing that around my house. That ain't right. You want to play? Man, no, I don't want to play, man. When my manager walks by.